there are problems in the marketplace. We have problems. And how do we resolve our problems? We help other people resolve their problems. Great day, another day, another opportunity. Super excited to be breathing, super excited to be here with you. But I want to dive right into this information because I know that you are the person who is seeing the major changes that's really been going on for several decades. Things have just been going downhill, but there's another side of things that's going uphill, big time. I mean, we're living in the information age, and we're living in a time where you've never seen people become the way they're becoming, so super successful, great people. And it's not in the traditional sense, because we got two hards we have to deal with. The hard of working for cash, trying to save cash, investing for the long term, doing those things in a well-diversified portfolio of stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and ETFs. And then we come to find out later on, when we get a chance to retire, we got to go back into the workforce. So something's missing. So that's a hard situation. But then we got the other hard combined with smart, because they say you work hard, but you got to also work smart. And this is the information age where youth, older people, middle-aged people are just taking things to the next freaking level. And they're having massive success, building massive wealth. Is because they've stepped outside the box. Not completely. They may have had one foot in the box until they were able to fund their dreams, fund their future. So I want to talk about these three major industries that are so abundant. These three major industries that's actually allowing individuals to get that time freedom that they deserve, that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Don't you deserve the best? Don't you and your family deserve the best? Don't you and your children deserve the best? Don't you deserve freedom? So let's talk about these major industries, because you may have noticed, like I say, all the changes. Major store closures have been going on for a long time. And when you kind of look back maybe at some of the videos that I've done in the past, and you would have heard me talking about these things. I've been talking about this. But I mean, things are surging, store closures, and I'm not going to read all these articles in depth, but I'm just going to go through them and bring you into where you can go into your passion. Bring you into where you may have had some ideas that, you know what, man, I really am passionate about this particular product, this particular subject, this particular industry. I'm going to show you, okay? But look, store closures have surged 69% in 2024. Here are the retailers shuttering thousands of stores. So we won't go into all this, but you've been seeing them, okay? And we're talking about artificial intelligence as part of this downsize, but it's other things that's going on here in America that you need to be aware of. And it's not shaping up in a very merry holiday based on when this article, which was produced, which was in December, just a few weeks ago, okay? But holiday season for more major retailers this year. U.S. retailers have announced more than 7,000 store closures through the end of November 2024, a 69% jump from the same time last year. So major companies, you may say, Demi, well, I'm not in the retail industry. Okay, I'm not in that industry. I'm working for the government. Cool. Super excited. So happy for you. You're able to maintain and able to pay the bills, right? Because that's what the job does for us. It's a blessing to be able to maintain and pay the bills, but it's not giving you the opportunity to fulfill the dreams that you have. So companies have announced major layoffs and hiring freezes. Okay, this was in January, so this time last year. But we're talking about major companies: Amazon, Landis, Schroders, Spirit Airlines. Okay, and we're talking about companies that we know of: Meta, okay, Gazprom, okay, Renos, Wayfair. Okay, these are big companies. BlackRock laying off a certain percentage of their workforce. So this is just a sign for us to say, look, I can't continue to be dependent on a job, especially at the state of our country. Okay, I know we've had some changes in the presidency that took place, but even with that, you still have to get your knowledge up, and you still got to protect yourself. Don't sit there and have all your hopes on a country or a government that's just been going downhill if you've been paying attention. All right, so more Americans prioritize debt reduction over weight loss. So this is another factor that many of us, with all due respect, and it's a good thing to just have a plan when it comes to getting down debt. Because what's the major debts? Car loans. Okay, when I see people riding that good car, I want to have a conversation with you. I want to see, are you in the DCA space? Are you in land banking? Are you, do you have royalties or residuals? Talk to me, man. Good gracious, man. Success leaves clues. But for the majority, they're in debt with those cars. Beautiful vehicles. But I like people who like to find the things in life. But are you working to pay down the debt, or do you have assets that's paying for your luxuries? So we look at this here because weight loss is still important, but more Americans want to lose debt than weight, because debt is weight. Debt is good when you know how to use it. And I talked about this briefly in my last video, just talking about some of the things when it comes to bringing cash flow back to you. Do we have a plan to get rid of the debt? Do we have a plan to knock that mortgage down in maybe a year? If I met a guy a few weeks ago who said he knocked his mortgage down in 12 months. I'm like, whoa, he had a plan. You see what I'm saying? So with this right here, just reading this brief paragraph here, as 2025 begins, many Americans are shifting their focus to paying off debt rather than shedding pounds. According to recent Lending Tree survey, 44% of respondents have made reducing debt their top New Year's resolution, surpassing the 32% who aim to lose weight. So now let's shift over into a different space right now, okay? Let's shift over into a different space, because what I want to do, I want to have a brief conversation with you, all right? I want to have a brief conversation with you, all right? Just brief, because what I want us to understand is that there are problems in the marketplace. We have problems. And how do we resolve our problems? We help other people resolve their problems. So there are three major industries that we want to look at putting ourselves in. And like I said, you may be passionate about finance. You may be passionate about relationships. You may be passionate about health. Okay? Like myself, one of my mentors stated, he was like, man, you should have got into the wellness industry, bruh, because you're passionate about health. I've been through some things: high blood pressure, paralyzed, parasite, 3 detrimental situations that I was able to overcome. Do I suffer from, some of those situations? Absolutely. Today, that's why I must maintain my health. But as I started to learn about wealth, I was like, wow, man, the marketplace knows nothing about it. Because at your workforce, okay, and I'll go more in depth with this, but at your workforce, where you're working at, you may have a person who's already past the retirement age. Or you may see people working at Walmart, wonderful elderly people still working because of the financial literacy. Yes, health is super important, but I just wanted to get transparent with you, because what I'm having with you today is a LLC, a lifestyle legacy conversation. I know we know LLC represents business, but look, we gotta have this LLC, great people, because there are 3 industries that you can put yourself in and have super major success moving forward in 2025, so that you can have that plan B that can actually replace, your plan A, which is that wonderful job that you're blessed to have despite all of the companies that have been shutting down. So let's go into this. Let's talk about the natural health supplement market. All right, this is a big industry. Just imagine 1% of what? $121.76 billion. Okay, So you may be passionate about health. You may have a real health product that you can direct people to. This is a big industry where you can become an infopreneur in. There's several companies out here, or you may have something that you can put together. Like me personally, I put together something called super powder that consists of a lot of ingredients, but it's mainly for myself. But when I'm going to my mosque, or if I'm having a setup there on my table with my other healthy pastries, I just love communicating with people. I have my super powder there, which is really a derivative of my Dr. Leem. His is really called Add Life. But what I did, I added moringa to it. So that's just a product that I put together, which is a derivative really originated by Dr. Leem Muhammad. Gotta give credit where it's due. But I added that punch of moringa to it, and we had that conversation years ago that he said he wanted to add moringa, but I added the correct amount to just make it and enhance it. So that's just me. I'm not selling it to go, global with it, but that's something you could look into, or you can find a real product. But just brief this article right here. The global natural health supplement market is estimated at US dollar $58.27 billion in 2024, and is projected to reach the size of 121.76 billion by the end of 2034. All you need is 0.1% of that, right, to change your life. Expanding at the noteworthy CAGR of 7.6% between 2024 and 2034. So this is a big market. People's health is not good, okay? And when I move in and talk about why people's health isn't good, I respect doctors, but many of them are becoming alcoholics. They're committing suicide. They're in an industry with pharmaceutical that now they're saying that, man, this isn't really helping people. Now, you need medication if you've gone too far down the line where you weren't able to get the natural way to heal things, okay? You weren't able to get real natural products or real natural supplements, or the guideline to dieting, the guideline to fasting to cure and heal the body. So pharmaceutical is a big industry, but we look at the industry and look how sick the public is, right? You're talking about, what is this? The pharmaceutical industry, okay? The pharmaceutical industry continues to generate a stellar growth and was estimated to be worth an impressive 1.6 trillion in 2023. Impressive? But the people are still sick? So you see how you can come to the marketplace and be super excited about helping people before they even reach this need for pharmaceutical. So I'm not putting anyone down, doctors down, or anyone in this space. I'm just keeping it real. Look at the public. So this is a major problem solver that you can dive into, okay? And you can make some major changes for the people, because this chemical is not helping anyone, all right? So as we move on, all right, we've talked about health. This is one of the three, and we're talking about putting yourself in a space called network marketing. You can say all you want about it, but this is where, I mentioned this before, where most of your multimillionaires come from. This is where billionaires have put themselves in a space to own many of the companies, but it allows you to be that infopreneur, that entrepreneur, where you can step into space, or maybe you don't even need any of them. You have a product already. You have knowledge on certain herbs and natural substances that will help the marketplace and help the people heal themselves. So what is the next big industry? We're talking about finance, wealth management, okay? We're talking about an industry, okay, that's, man, oh my gosh. Assets under management and wealth management markets are projected to reach 168.2 trillion, okay? I hope that I'm understanding that TN, and please someone correct me, because I mess up, but I'm gonna continue to mess up, but I'm gonna continue to keep going. Financial advisors dominate the market with a projected market volume of 165.10 trillion TN. All right, man, I think I'm getting that TN because I thought it was in the billions in 2025. Assets under management are expected to show an annual growth CAGR 2025 to 2029 of 1.93%, resulting in a market volume in the US of 1 881.60 TN by 2029. 1% of that, a tenth of a percent of that. But something's missing, something's wrong. Because when we look at these numbers and we look at the people are in major debt. People don't have anything saved. Even those at $250,000 a year, they may just have about $1,000 saved. Okay, that's all you can Google and look up. People are having to continue to work or come back out of retirement because their 401k. Okay, so we have maybe advisors advising people into a product that's not really real, where there's no control. So this seems like a major problem. Anytime we have older people having to go back to work part-time, or their retirement their savings isn't good, they don't have the right assets, they don't have the right protection. Okay, this seems like the marketplace needs some real financial education that's simple for the people to get involved in, where they have control and no one else has control. Okay, so this is a big industry to get involved in, where you and I can bring real information to the people and bring a team that can help people solve their financial issues, where they can really sit back and relax. And I'm going to brief on that next. Then the last piece of a big industry is relationships. Okay, customer relationship management services, market size, share forecast for 2032. Well, we're talking about, look, according to Zion Market Research, the global relationship management services market was worth $64.86 billion in 2023. The market is forecast to reach $122.8 billion by 2032, growing at a compound annual growth rate, CAGR, of 7.35% during the forecast period of 2024 to 2032. The report offers a comprehensive analysis of the market, highlighting the factors that will determine growth, potential challenges, opportunities that could emerge in the customer relationship management service market industry over the next decade. Now, this can fall in a lot of different categories. It can fall in the category of relationships between man and woman. Okay, going into before marriage or at that stage of marriage. Okay, counseling, relationships. It could fall into the category of business relationships. All right, understanding that business is all about team. So you're learning how to foster relationships. Okay, so this is a big industry, right? Or the relationship with that, like I mentioned, that network marketing space. So this is big. This is major opportunity for you and I to get down with, so that we can solve the marketplace's problems. I'm so excited for you that you can get involved in this space and understand that there's opportunity for you, because I want you to know that it's a must that you do for self. It's a must. You have to do for self, family. Okay, we've seen the numbers and we see the opportunity. We see the numbers with what's happening on the downside. But remember, when there's something going down, there's always something going up. So my space dealing with wealth, okay? My space dealing with financial education. My space dealing with home-based business, because all three of those you can run from home. You just need the right mentor, the right system, and the right company that you can leverage a system that's already in place. And the system must be simple. And you also must have a passion for this, or learn to develop a passion for it. All right? You have to. But these are the major industries. You see the projection of these industries, okay? With finance, relationships, and health. Find your niche. Which one is it? Out of the three, which one do you want to take on? So let me end with this. Those who want to get in the finance space, but not be the person who has to talk, okay? But be the person who wants to lead the horse to the water, that's thirsty to change their debt, that's thirsty to build wealth, that's thirsty to get assets, that's thirsty to create residual income. Okay? Assets in your possession, like physical gold, physical silver, residual income, trust, asset trust, business trust. Family trust. So if you're the person who wants to get into the financial space and just bring people to the professionals and create the cash flow you need in a simple way, you can follow simple instructions. Look, check out the pinned comment in the description below. Well, in the comments below, and feel free to reach out to me. You can text S.I.M.P.L.E, because that's our system. We're using a system called S.I.M.P.L.E, to 202-770-1668 for those who want to get into wealth. But you can also, that pinned comment, you can also book a call with me, and I'll share with you some other ways where you can start to build your passion. Once again, it could be in health, because you have platforms like Instagram, platforms like TikTok, where you can reach people, especially TikTok. Feel free to book a call with me so I can answer your questions. All right? Answer your questions on any of the people who want to get into relationship, who want to get into health. And I'll just answer your questions to show you a way where you can channel your energy, channel your passion into going into those spaces. But as far as those that want to get into wealth, who want to get into the financial education space, right, and just lead people to information, you not being the talker, okay? You just lead people to the information, allowing them to ask you questions, right? As we work as a team and as a family called, as you see, the Extra Digit Movement, right? And learn how to just be a person who knows how to share information like a professional. And this is what we teach you. So with that being said, great people, you got choices. You got 3 major industries, people out here in the marketplace that are looking for help. And remember what I said, you getting 1/10% of those billions and trillions of dollars that's moving around. You got a major opportunity for you, yourself, your family, and it will put you in position to help others as well. So with that being said, great people, I want to thank you for your time. And until next time, take heed, stay safe, and remember, ladies and gentlemen, get the knowledge you need to move forward in the new economy, because this is the greatest time, but also it's a serious time. But we got to take heed, ladies and gentlemen, and move forward so that we can have the lifestyle and take care of our dreams, those dreams that we had moving forward in 2025 and beyond. Take care, take heed, and stay safe.